Green, green, green. You got about 5 laps of fuel. Right side. Go left. Still there. Hold your line. Car stopped ahead. Car stopped ahead. Still there. Go right. Keep to the left. Clear. Left side. Keep to the right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left, left side. Stay on the right. Still there. Hold your line. Keep to the right. Clear. Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear on the left. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right. Car on your left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. Car on your left. You got a slow car on the right. Clear. Car stop on the left. Left side. Clear. Go right. Got a slow car on the right. Go left. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right. Left side. Stay on the right. You've got 2 laps to go. Clear on the left. car right. Clear. You got about 2 laps of fuel left.
and it's still you can get the draft and make an overtake there.
Yeah, definitely. That final chicane, there is quite a run actually from there to the timing line. And if you do mess up with that final chicane, if you go in too deep, then you definitely could end up losing the lead. And after racing for 23 kilometres, you definitely don't want to lose it in the final few metres. Onto the Dottinger Hill we go then for the final time. Anwar Smith out of the race. He'll probably be back for race 2. Lee Deemer, Lee Barmer also out, along with Ben Landemore and Dave Christie.
I don't think this is the final time. It's still showing 2 laps remaining for me.
Oh yeah, this is the penultimate lap. When we get to long, we start the final lap of the race. All they're dancing about, aren't they? And Taymans is going to take the lead back from Chepelevsky. He's getting the bump draft. He's definitely getting a bump draft actually as they go by the camera there. Off
White flag, one more lap to go.
Oh, are they trying to three-car bump drafting? I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, two usually works, 3 doesn't. Usually ends up in a crash, and Chepelevsky taking to that curve on the inside, gets back, gathers his bearings again, and the car's skating about under braking going into this final chicane, using all that curve on the inside and on the outside as well, and right up against that Armco barrier as we come over the line now to start the final lap of the race. 23.86 kilometres to go, and another 164 corners for these guys at the front to negotiate. Up 4 at the line, separated by 0.8 of a second, no, 1 second on that occasion.
Yeah, just to put that in perspective, Ashley Beard running 5th behind them. He's already 13 seconds behind. Top 4 is already, all of them are running in 9 minutes 16, whereas Beard is in 9 minutes 23s.
Oh, we've had a very big crash actually on the Dottinger Hill just before the final chicane, and involved 3 cars: Steve Hefford, Adam McNally and Martin Waltham, is it? Yeah, it was. They were 3 wide, and Hefford gets into McNally, and poor Martin Waltham gets sent for a ride as well into the Armco barrier at top speed.
Yeah, if you crash at that speed, there's not going to be much left of your car.
Oh dear, did we get a replay of that up on
Yeah, we got the replay.
The ProSim car will have been laughing all the way to the bank there, Kip Stevens, as he saw all 3 of them just disappear off in front of him. And yeah, Max Wright also into the pits on this lap, so problem for Max. All these drivers, if they make it back, they just need to stay there a few seconds. They'll get a brand new car and then they'll be on their way again. So we can probably see a few more of those guys on the final lap of the race. Hopefully they get out quickly, so we don't have to wait for them to finish their final lap.
Maybe not, because they took the tow towards the end of the lap, and I think they have to wait for it to run over. So it's not like 10-minute tow on this track.
Agree. So yeah, for those that towed, we're not going to be seeing them again, I don't think.
No.
For the rest of the race. Those that did, I think McBarry might have made. Oh no, he didn't make it back. Who did make it back? Christoph Keogh and Max Wright have been in the pits for about 2 and 4 seconds, so they were able to get their fast repair and get on their way. But let's turn our attention back to the front then. The leaders about to go on their way to Arenberg for the final time here. Nicholas Taymans leads the way. He led at the start of the lap, but Pepe Iannucci looks like he wants it back again. 185, 86, 87 kilometres per hour here as we go over the top of the hill. 2 wide here between Iannucci, who we see racing the Rigmatech Sports Car Series, and Nicholas Taymans, the first I've seen of him in this BSR MX5 Series. Through the long left-hander, Chepelevsky not close really to make any sort of attack for second. And Giuseppe Iannucci returns to the race leaders as Rob Hartley gets past Ash Beard. So change the position there between the MHR Foxfoot cars. Rob Hartley up into 5th, Ash Beard down to 6th.
Is this possibly team orders, or where are they in the championship standings? Ash Beard is ahead from them.
Yeah, and Nicholas Taymans back to the lead again in the Mazda MX-5s. When Taymans gets it quickly, he then quickly loses it again. I think Dave Hampson is off. Yeah, Dave Hampson is off. He's off at Arenberg. What's happened to him? It looks like he was going side by side with Jamie Ayres, and went off, tries to go too wide, hits the inside wall, goes back across the track, and hits the second wall. Unfortunately, with the cameras that I have, you can't really see him after that.
Yeah, at the same camera, just taking a look on board. And yeah, that's a hard hit.
Don't know if the car will be able to drive back after that one. But yeah, that's the grip that isn't available on the outside of that corner. And yeah, problem for Dave Hampson. Right then, back to the front again. Nicholas Taymans still holding off Giuseppe Iannucci. We cannot rule out Dries Nice either. We did say that he might just be waiting for that final straight before the chicane to finally make his move. But Giuseppe Iannucci doesn't look like he's waiting at all. He even is trying to have a look at the inside into this left-hander here. Czapulewski almost getting into the back of him.
I think he did.
Also a bit of contact then between Stelian Czapulewski and Giuseppe Iannucci. Iannucci gets the run here. I wouldn't do a move here, but we'll see what these Mazda MX-5's drivers do. Through this left-hand kink, flat out they go, and into this quick hairpin bend. Now onto one of the long straights of the circuit. Well, I say straight, but one of the quickest flat-out parts of the circuit. So.
Yeah, on this car it's basically straight. I don't think you need to leave for any of these corners.
Slightest tilt of the steering wheel to get through this part of the circuit. Iannucci on the outside, Taymans on the inside. Nearly going onto the grass there, Giuseppe Iannucci. And Stelian Czapulewski will now begin the bump drafting. Iannucci just has the lead and Czapulewski almost gets into the back of him. The slightest touch and all three of these guys would be off and Dries Nice would be taking the lead. Taymans now down to third position as Czapulewski tries his hardest to get past Giuseppe Iannucci here before we get to the carousel for the last time in this opening race.
Yeah, you could see that Dries Nice backed off immediately when he started noticing that Giuseppe was going towards the track and pump drafting.
Yeah, almost trying to make it free wide. The BSR TC regular. Now to the carousel. Definitely not an overtaking opportunity here. Pretty single file down on the concrete part of the circuit. Off again and into the second half of the lap. 1 second between these four. Fastest lap is currently being held by Dries Nice, 9 minutes 16.159, probably because Sammy's picking up the toe off Mazda MX-5's in front of him.
Yeah, most likely, but they've been running very similar lap times.
But yeah, 9.16.1 for Nice, 16.4 for Taymans, 16.8 for Czapulewski, and a 16.7 for Giuseppe Iannucci, our leader. The section for the final time.
Yeah, well, to put it in the context, these guys running in the draft with each other, they're 2 seconds faster than the next fastest guys.
But yeah, Ash Beard, who's been on his own for pretty much the entire race, doing 9-minute 23s. And to put that into further context, what their qualifying times most of these drivers have been running in tows as well. 9.16.1 in qualifying for Taymans, 9.16.0 for Iannucci, and our pole sitter Czapulewski did a 9.15.0. Shows you the impact of the slipstream around this circuit. Giuseppe Iannucci not too far away from the finishing line now, heading down the hill, and sooner or later we'll be at the little carousel, and then before that the long right-hander and onto the Dottingerhoe for the final time, and then the slipstream will begin. Gap's opened up a little bit, Sam, now. The gap's up to 1.4 seconds between the four of these guys at the front. They'll probably close up again before we get there.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that they let it open so much, because even if they can wind up and get more draft, they're still limited by the gearing.
The right-hander then. The left-hander Czapulewski, right with Giuseppe Iannucci up to the carousel, the little carousel that is. Looking up the inside a little bit there, as Cesaro Rizzo looks like he might have crashed on the final lap. Indeed he has. And here come the leaders then through the right-hander onto the Dottingerhoe. He's going to take the opening race of the day here in the BSR Mazda MX5 Cup at the Nürburgring, the Nordschleife circuit. Looks like it's going to be two battles then, the battle for the lead and the battle for third and fourth. You can't rule them out. Dries Nice is now deciding to make his move. He's going to go for third position and try and take it away from Nicholas Taymans. and Giuseppe Iannucci on the inside, on the left-hand side of your
Left
picture,
side.
on the right-hand side of Stalin Chepelevsky, and then it's wheel to
Clear.
wheel between Dries Nice and Nicholas Taymans. If we're going 2 by 2, they aren't going to close up as quickly as they would if they were going single file. I think Iannucci knows this, and he's trying to duck back into the slipstream behind Chepelevsky, but here comes Dries Nice, forging a path on the outside, 4 wide folks, here we go, this might not end well, and it's going to be Nicholas Taymans that takes the lead back. Dries Nice forced out here, Chepelevsky up into second, down to third goes Giuseppe Iannucci, and Dries Nice still trying to find a gap here as we go into the final corner, into the chicane. Nicholas Taymans all over the place as he gets on the brakes. Through the final chicane, and now it's a straight out run to the line. Right, who's going to win race 1 of the day? It surely will be Nicholas Taymans, but who's going to get second? Stalin Chepelevsky surely holding back Giuseppe Iannucci. The flag is out. Race 1 does go. So Nicholas Taymans, second for Stalin Chepelevsky, third for Giuseppe Iannucci, and fourth for Dries Nice. The top 4 separated by just half a second.
That was a very good move by Taymans. He waited,
right,
didn't
clear
go
on the right.
pull out of the draft too early, and when both Chepelevsky, Iannucci and Dries Nice all pulled out of the draft, he was able to just get by them with that speed advantage that he had maintained behind Chepelevsky.
For Jamie Ayres, he comes across the line. Brian Holmes next, along with Kip Stevens behind him, and then see if we've got any battles going on further down the order. We have got. I thought I saw a change of position, but oh yeah, we've got wheel to wheel stuff here. Oh no, car going very slowly. It's Adam Delmont, who I think is out of fuel.
And he's getting help from his teammate.
I'll just go back and check to see it's not a blown engine for Adam Delmont.
I'm listening and I can't really hear anything. So his engine is definitely not running.
Having a look now, he's just going to the little carousel, just going back on the replay to see if it's... I think it's fuel.
Okay. I think I saw him going off at the same time, in the same position with Rizzo.
Hasn't got long to go. Yeah, he's got damage, but I don't think the engine blew at all. Yeah, I think it might just be a bit of help needed by his Youth Energy colleague in Peter Van Goor to get him over the line. Believe it or not, there's still cars behind these guys. The next car along is Adam McNally, the Youth Energy, another Youth Energy teammate, so he could probably lend a helping hand here. They've still got quite a bit of way to go actually. If this was just the Nordschleife layout, then oh dear, this might not end well. Here comes Alan Mitchell to gain a few positions. There he goes, up to 17th. Yeah, this was the Nordschleife, we just have to turn right, and the finish line is literally just there, but it's got a bit of a way to go after this final chicane. These guys will all still be on the lead lap, which means they'll be eligible for the reverse grid anyway. The next car along is Lee Deemer. He's not going to be there for some time yet, so Peter Van Goor might just get him over the line.
I don't think I've seen this kind of finish before.
No, only in the Nordschleife, I think. Oh dear, as Peter Van Goor nearly pitches his teammate into a spin. Here comes Lee Deemer actually. Who's going to get this position? It's going to be... There's the line, and it's going to be Adam Delmont just ahead of Peter Van Goor, and there goes Lee Deemer. Next it's going to be Steve Hefford, who's going to get, should be 22nd place. Lee Barmer in 20, he's a lap down I believe. Cesare Rizzo was just...
Yeah, I believe the
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
They crashed out on the lap 1.
Bring it back to pits,
Okay.
we're going.
They're still being registered as being on the lead lap, but they are a long, long way behind. Such as the way of the circuit, you can pit and get